One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense is on the field for the first time today. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn and the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how...
He's going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dobbs. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program, and he's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down and run. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. A long way to go for this offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got the first down and more. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down, and oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for room. It's Dobbs. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Finds a little space. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Dobbs. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He
breaks free in the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is good.
South Carolina, 14. Mississippi State, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because They've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks into 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Bulldogs.
He's looking to throw. Trying to pull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got the 1st down, looking for more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Peters. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Dobbs. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down and start. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. And they'll just down it right there.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about punt.
And the Bulldogs buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Bulldogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. The running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go right back to it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Release to the back. On target. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Under fire. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Quick release by the QB. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And perhaps a touchdown saving. As he gets him down into the 37. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Knocked off his feet. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Rides the back and leaves it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Mississippi State right back to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. work. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for space. It's Westbrook. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
In the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today at DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by just one over Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking for a big play. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Mississippi State going up tempo. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. On the ground, it's Dobbs. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Sends it downfield. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12.
South Carolina, 21. Mississippi State, 9.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
South Carolina.
Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Gets it out fast. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on? And a long way to go. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
South Carolina.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On third down, he drops the throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. He's looking to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make him deep.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Mississippi State right back to the line. To the air on second down. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. The 20. Inside. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Gamecocks. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
This one's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he's spined. Mississippi State going up tempo. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
So underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, little.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 15 over Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. There he goes! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun to give to the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. The give on the inside. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. A 1st down run in the red zone. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense trying to come up. Stop on 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
So with the lead at 4, they're going to go for 2 to make sure they don't lose it on a late touchdown. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Fires to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Mississippi State right back to the line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want it.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man downfield. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run?
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Line set just inside the right upright. David, Jesse, they find a way in the waning seconds to tie it up.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game in the 4th quarter when your team needed it. The game now tied because of his foot.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop them, and the defense finally came up with a play.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th, fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they grab the lead here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, you played the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Huge 3rd down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. It's 3rd down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. It's so much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Quarterback adapting. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
That ties the game.
Now 1st down here in the 2nd overtime. On the ground, it's Oliver. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Galladay. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeps it on the bootleg. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Off play action. They're working that left side. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
Carolina, 50. Mississippi State, 44.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
They are up against it. A third and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.